The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is CNEagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman defensive ends coach Anthony Toribio. Trib, we take a look at the ends in the line today as part of our position previews in a group that loses a player in Justin Long, but you shift a Brandon Staten over from linebacker. You get an all-league guy and Phelan Booker back. What does the position group stack up like to you?
Pretty good group of guys right now. A couple returners from last year. Losing Justin Long, he was a good definition of what happens when you put in hard work in his program. He had a really good senior year, but we returned Phelan Booker, all-SAC selection defensive end. He's the leader. He's going to get the guys riled up defensively, the whole team. He was elected a player leader as well, but he's going to be the bell cow for that group. New addition, Brandon Staten. What he brings from the linebacker, he brings a better presence of the game and understanding what's going on at defensive end. And, his work ethic is none other, and he's going to give everything he has. We have Jordan Price at the other end. He was a 3 technique last year. He's more of a 5 technique with his size and his strength and his aggressiveness and explosiveness. He's had a lot of upside from this year. A couple notable guys who should make a good contribution this year are Ross Pryor. Had a little injury last year, but he has a great opportunity to come in and contribute really well. Another guy, Jonathan Mason, he's been building up on his technique. So really good group right now. A couple young guys coming in, Keontae Moore, Robert Murphy. They're adjusting really well outside of high school and learning the system.
And at tackle, you throw in a Brian Bembry, you throw in a Hayden Hester coming back from injury, you throw in a Montel Presley. What sticks out to you overall about the overarching strength of the defensive line? Very
young, just losing one senior, and you never like to think about last year, but what those guys were able to do last year are just true freshmen and redshirt freshmen. I mean, the experience that they have under their belt is going to be amazing what those guys are going to be able to accomplish this year.
You donned the orange and blue back in the day. Can you compare this year's defensive line to anything that you went through as a player?
I would say probably my senior year. The year before we lost a couple good guys, but we had a lot of young guys. And that my senior year was a pretty good rotational group. I would say this year we will have a little bit more depth, and it'll be pretty awesome.
You kind of alluded to it in a previous answer, but Ross Pryor hurt, Hayden Hester hurt. You got all these guys who could have made contributions last year but rode the bench. What does having them back into the fold add for 2016?
Provide tremendous depth to where, as a big guy, hey, you're in over 6-7 plays, you got to tap that helmet. You can't have your big guy out there 12 plays straight. And I think, injury is something that comes a part of the game. And I would say that's 100% guaranteed that injury is going to occur during the season. But, that's why we need those young guys, and they're doing a really good job of stepping up and, next man mentality, so.
You bring up those young guys. What do they have to do to cement themselves as the next man in the lineup?
Just forget everything they've understood in high school and being open-minded and learning the technique. And right now, it's actually been one of the best groups that I've been around for as young guys, and being humble and listening to the older guys. The older guys are doing a really good job as well. It's bringing up the young pups and teaching them the Carson-Newman way.
Trib, thanks for the time. Good luck this season.
Appreciate you, my man.
That is Carson-Newman defensive ends coach Anthony Toribio. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is CNEagles.com.